I don't know why you walking around here like Mrs. Splinter.
There you go. All right, please introduce yourself.
What up, world? I go by the name of DJ Franchise, one of Rhode Island's well-known DJs. Let's be humble about it today.
Yeah, that's a good start. Now, how long have you been DJing?
2019 makes it officially 20 years since I brought my first mixer and turntable.
What has been some of your top spots DJing?
Some of the top spots? I did Dunkin' Donuts Center in Rhode Island. I did, everybody does a Strand in Rhode Island. I did the Strand. I did the Carabana in New York. I did, there was another spot in New York I did too. I can't remember the name of it. When I opened up for Trey Songz and Neo. The Reggie Bush Center in Boston, and a bunch of other clubs. Bunch of other clubs.
All right. See that you travel a lot, do a couple of DJ gigs. Let's talk about your BET experience. How was that, and how did it help your brand?
How did I forget BET? BET was great. I want to say I was the first DJ in Rhode Island to go on Rap City. So I was the first DJ to go on Rap City, the basement, and I had the pleasure of doing it with Busta Rhymes. And let me tell you, it was amazing going on Rap City and then going back to my day job the next day. Getting my ass humbled right back to where I belonged. But no, I love the experience though. It was dope. It was real dope.
All right. Now, you also DJ for several celebrities out here. Can you name a few?
Styles P, one of them. Beanie Siegel, one of them. Fabulous, when he was on his run out here for a while. I opened up for French Montana a few times out here. It goes on and on. It goes on and on when it comes to opening up for celebrities.
All right. You also take care of the local scenes out here. How's it been opening up and DJing for certain local DJs, and which ones are your favorites? I mean, not DJs, artists.
We both have to say within the past 2 or 3 years, we've definitely paved the way and I'll say made a lane and made it more open for Rhode Island music to get out there because of the Franchise Report, which started as a small podcast which Stan the Man, Hot and I Ride himself, helped visually grow and show that, you know what, we got some talent out here, and it's really been buzzing off, like really good. Some of my favorites, I've grown to like Loyalty Rail. He's nice. He's become a good favorite. Hype Holla, always been a favorite. Shouts to Oreo. Oreo's a favorite too. There's a whole lot. Shouts to Hot Stoppers, one of my favorite producers out here too. So the local scene's really good out here right now. Really good.
All right, let's talk about Loyalty Rail. You're hosting his new mixtape that's coming out.
Yes, sir.
And he's also the cover guy of the magazine. Can you elaborate on the process and how was it? And do you know which one's your favorite track? So
honestly, have you talked to Rail yet?
Yeah, I already interviewed Rail.
Was he honest? We literally rolled up a couple, and I was like, you know what? Let's just go through these songs, and I hit record, and we just knocked out that mixtape right there while he was right there. Smoked a couple of blunts, and we just vibed, and it came out super effing dope. So make sure y'all check out that Loyalty Rail mixtape. Every song on this fire. Every song on this fire.
That's what I thought. It was like a genius move to have you host it. And do you feel like we're getting back to the point where the artist and the DJ can co-sign or coincide with just one mic? Like y'all work together, the artist and the DJ?
Oh yeah. It's getting that way. I mean, even we both have to say artists are now reaching out. And it's more than just DJ playing the music. I'm pretty sure artists want their pictures taken now professionally. So artists are definitely starting to do their part in reaching out and having that connection, so.
All right, last year I see you travel out of town, you went all the way down to Texas.
South by Southwest.
Yeah, South by Southwest.
So you went, what up?
Mm-hmm. Now, for those who don't actually never been there, who actually know about it, is it really worth going on there?
Yes, if you're an artist and you think you are grinding, come on down to South by Southwest and see 20,000 rappers just walking up and down the street all day long. And you'll realize, you know what? I'm one of a million out here trying to make it. And you notice the people that are out there really spending them to promote themselves, traveling to promote themselves, and it's a hard hustle. And it's a good feeling to meet 20 other people doing the same thing you like to do and have the passion to do. Anybody that's a music artist, not even just rap, R&B, the dance hall, dancing, make your way down to South by Southwest sometime in your lifetime. Great experience, great experience.
All right. Now let's talk about the takeoff of your podcast and why you think helped it take off like that. Like how did the people just get around you?
What helped it take off?
Yeah.
Negro, you already know when you said, you know, we need to put this on film. This is something. That podcast started off. It started off in my bedroom. Me, my cousin Walt, and Quags. He was like, you know what? Let's just invite people through. Let's just talk some ish, make people laugh. Started off as that. Went from the bedroom to the living room because more people started coming. More people like doing it. Threw the episodes up on SoundCloud. It was only audio. You came and did an episode and was like, you know what? I like this. This is dope. Let's put this on video. You came 1 week. You came the next week. 2 years later. I mean, you've seen it for yourself. Artists have come through, and the pressure builds up. There's an audience now. You know, it's a waiting list. I mean, it's really, really progressed due to the visual fact and the lane of people coming through and just expressing, this is how I feel.
Now, the freestyle has become a staple of the show.
Yes.
Now, can you tell us how come that it means so much, and what's basically the secret sauce to that?
Because it started off natural. It started off as, you know, we didn't plan a gimmick of, you know, let's just put out a bunch of people and see who's number one. It started off as, you know what, there's a camera here. Oh, Trav, you rap? You know, fuck, let's hear some bars. And he started rapping. And actually, Rhode Island made it the number one trending thing. And the artists out here made it the number one trending thing because they said, you know what, I want to do the same thing. So actually, Rhode Island did it themselves.
Right. Now, since your podcast, you seem like everyone has a podcast now.
God damn, they do.
Then you level up to the radio. You brought a sound that New England never heard before, and how did you do that?
Staying different and continuing my lane. People always tell you, you know, you're too old to play this, or, you know, you don't need to be in these small clubs, you don't need to be playing that. Let me tell you something. Your fan base gets older. As your fan base gets older, they get families, they have kids, they have jobs. They can't come out 5 nights a week like they used to do when you was in college or in high school. You have to build new fans. So at some point, you got to keep a bridge and stay connected to the younger generation as they're coming up. You know, that 18, 19-year-old will go to your club and buy your CDs for the next 10 years. You know, and that's one of the ways to keep yourself consistent. And consistency is the key.
All right. Now, even when you bring in that new sound to the state, you was being criticized by your own. Does that bother you, or you just was like,
motivation?
At least you're listening?
Motivation. It's motivation. Yeah, it's always motivation. Because for one, they're listening. They're listening. And what happens when they do that, they promote you. They tell somebody else and they tell 5 people, you know what, he's not good. Listen to how bad he is. Out of them 5 people, 3 people are gonna be like, you know what, he's all right, he ain't that bad. So, you know, continue doing it. It's nothing but motivation. Hate will make you great. That's all I can say about that. Hate will make you great.
Yep, you know, since you've been on that station, the app has taken off. Can you talk about how it has grown since you've been on there?
Getting on there screaming WBIU 360 app, 24/7 nonstop hip hop and R&B as much as you can. You know, people always will say, you know, you talk too much, you talk too much. I remember Finesse told me a story about he did a Ciroc party for Diddy, and Diddy told him every 60 to 65 seconds you have to say something about Ciroc. To the point where at that night, at that club, only thing people wanted to drink was Ciroc. You know, so when I get on there and I say, you know, BIU 360 app 24/7, at some point it just embeds into your brain. Same way I get on there and I say, Passions every Friday night, we rock that up to 2 a.m. Hopefully it embeds into your brain. Plug.
Yep, bad. Now you're the first DJ that brought all the DJs from the old school, like DJ Buck, Chucky Chubb, Lefty, Boom. And then you also brought the new DJs like DJ Just, Matic, Nights, on holidays and on the air on the weekends for the public. Why do you think that was so important to share that time on air when all that whole time could have just been you?
I try not to be selfish. I give everybody an opportunity once. So everybody gets a chance once with me. And 2, you got to show respect to the greats that were here before you. And it's a great idea when you can have the greats that are still here and the up and coming, or the ones that are doing it now, combined as one for the one state. And it was a good thing, a positive turnout. People loved it. It was, like you said, the first time it's ever been done down here. And it's buzzed off. Every holiday we do it, I want to say, am I right?
Yeah.
Every holiday we do it. We try to get all the best DJs from back then that are still doing it now and put them together and create that Rhode Island sound.
All right, bet. Now your morning show is became a staple in New England. Plus, I travel a lot, so I see a lot of people from outside the culture trying to do it. But you're doing it for the culture because you are part of the culture. What's your mindset in doing the morning show?
Informing Providence was the beginning mindset of it. You know, having a radio morning show where people can get in the car and relate to what we're talking about. I've been through that situation. I know somebody that's lived there. I know somebody that's locked up. I know somebody that's done this. You know, just having that relationship with people that didn't have a place to go to before. Same thing like the franchise report. Now you got a place where artists can go to. With the radio station morning show, now you have a place where the listener can go to that relates to us.
All right. And what's another thing that's important about the show is that the inmates are reaching out to you. And it seems like that's something very important to the point of writing. How does that make you feel that even behind the walls they still feel connected to what you do?
That one, it's a great feeling. And like I said before, I remember we got that one letter that said, you know, this guy gets an hour of free time. And out of that hour of free time, he takes it just to listen to us. So to know that you have that connection inside the wall, it's a big thing, because inside that wall, they get a lot of info in there. And they have a lot of people that respect them outside the wall. So it bridges that gap. It always bridges that gap and brings all to one. So now you got people from inside and outside that respect that relationship that you have with your listeners.
All right. While you was building the radio station, you stepped away from the podcast. Then a few months ago, you came back. And how's that response been? And how many people have been asking you through all these months, can you bring it back?
Don't even try to edit this. You was busy. Don't even try to edit this. You was busy too. And you know that's what it was. Let me tell you something. The radio station, you know, took off. We didn't expect that. We didn't expect it to take off like that. You know that. We did not expect that to happen. Even from the podcast, we didn't expect that to happen either. We wasn't ready. Let's just be honest. We wasn't ready. We didn't know what the next step was. We didn't have a YouTube page. You know, we didn't have a franchise report page. We needed some time to, okay, we gotta get this stuff together because we actually have something here. And then once we got that going, you know, yo, when's the next time we can get up there? When's the next time we can get up there? You still doing that franchise report? So it became a outlet. It became an outlet for Rhode Island music. We couldn't let him down. We couldn't let him down. So that's something that, as long as you're still feeling able to do it and I can, it'll always go on. So give us some time, though. Give us some time, because it's just two of us doing this editing.
Crazy. All right. What's the next step for the franchise empire?
That's a great question, Stan. What is the next step that we need to take? We got to brand outside of Rhode Island now. We got to let outside of Rhode Island know that Rhode Island exists. That's the next step. So we need to step forward. I mean, you've seen it. We're getting calls from now New York. People are hitting us up like, yo, we want to come down and rap. We've had Connecticut that wants to come down and rap. Boston stays showing love. So, yeah, we need the brand out. We need the brand out. We need the brand out.
All right. And then hardest question of the night. You got to give your shout outs.
Shout outs to the whole team. Shout out to BIU 360 fam. Easy enough. Grandma, what up? Mom, what up? That's it. Thought I was going to give you 50.